Alright, you guys are all on broadcast now. Behave.
Okay.
Wait, actually.
RP.
Yeah.
App not active.
I don't know
Bless
how
you.
to behave. But yeah, Exeter, basically I am currently making your livery, which I'm sure Speedbump probably told you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he showed me some stuff. So, yeah, thanks, man.
Yes. It should be done in like... Probably I'll get it done a little bit after the race.
Okay.
Wow,
That's
my
all.
ping is ridiculous.
So... Wait, was that supposed to be a surprise by Speedbump?
What?
Me making a livery for Exeter.
I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't think it was.
Either way, I'm super pumped about it.
Yes. Basically the same livery that Speedbump has, but a little bit personalized to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright. Now. We got her rolling, boys.
Wait, are you gonna be commentating as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I won't be racing today. Spare you guys some of the buggy chaos.
You gotta practice your racing commentator.
Well, it's a shortened grid, so I didn't want to use an extra grid slot on the AI broadcast today. So I figured this was a happy medium.
Last week was not chaotic at all.
No,
Definitely
never.
not.
Alright, let's see.
I have a feeling this track would definitely be chaotic, though.
I literally haven't even seen this track. So I didn't even know what I was putting you guys through till just now. It's pretty. I like it.
Lots of hills.
I still don't understand the last turn.
You just gotta go right.
Thank you.
It looks like that's most of the turns.
Yeah, it's every time.
It's hard right, and then followed by a hard right, and then a little left, and then a hard right. Wow, it's like a reverse corkscrew there. That's crazy. That is a tough last turn.
Oh.
Let's see, what are they calling this one? Taylors, okay. Seb and Boat within a couple hundredths of each other there. Well, I feel like everyone's going to be pretty close together.
Yeah, this is not... I wouldn't say it's a hard track to do, but it's like... I think it's like most like, you just gotta survive it first.
So the EU guys were only able to pull off 20 laps. Can you guys keep the average under a minute and get 21 in? That's going to be the question. Oh no, she spins.
What the hell is an MX5 and does anyone have a setup for it?
But you know what, that was totally completely fair. My car completely lost control.
Oh, for those of you guys who don't know, by the way, Kai is the one who holds the final MX5 slot. It just doesn't show on the entry list, so I keep the wait list open. And Bot Lando is the one who holds the final GT3 slot. So those are your fellow grid mates for the moment.
I'm not. I'm just here.
honestly, I think this time, because the NA GT3 filled up pretty quickly last. I think it was a little bit slower last time. I don't. Wait, was it full when we started the season?
I think it filled up at the for the second week. By the end of the second week, it filled up.
App not active.
But then I was able to swap people out and everything. I'm gonna be doing the same. So basically, at the end of each week you don't show up for, if I don't already know you weren't gonna show up, I'm gonna DM you. If you don't respond to me for 2 weeks in a row, then you're losing your spot. But you don't even have to really tell me why. You just got to tell me you're still interested. That's it. I don't care why you weren't there. It's your personal business. Right. But just when I DM you, because you missed one, just be like, yep, still racing. And then you'll keep your slot.
Yeah, so for this Friday, I don't know if I'll actually... I don't know if I'll actually be able to show up for Zandvoort. I might be so...
Yeah, like that's totally fine. Like just like the odds of me remembering people telling me is slim, so just that's why I keep your eye out for the DMs or the tickets or whatever I end up doing.
Then also, I feel like I'm generally decently active on the server, so.
Yeah, yeah. No, even then, because we've had some of our most regular guys drop off mid-season, and we still haven't seen them since. Like Car Life. I don't know if you guys have seen his name in the chat every once in a while. He was phenomenal controller racer, probably one of the top guys in the server for a little while. Same with Lockett, was one of the NA like dominators for a long time, and then he disappeared for a bit. Well, he's still been gone.
Why is my ping so high?
A lot. Your ping is I feel like when there's a lot more people in the race, your ping just gonna be higher than it would be in practice.
Bro, my ping is like fucking 600 right now.
Oh,
that sounds crazy.
Crazy.
And I just rebooted my PC and it didn't do shit. Should I reboot my router real quick? I mean, I'm hardwired into it, but
I would.
When in doubt.
alright.
You never know. It also could be it's heavy clouds right now, so you never know.
Is there like
I'll be back.
should I be using my clutch for MX5?
It's better. It's more beneficial if you know
I
how.
do not have an H pattern. I'm just using my sequential, but the shift is so slow if you don't use the clutch.
So the game rewards the correct input, so there is advantages to doing it, but you don't have to do it. But the thing is, if you do it and you do it incorrectly, you get punished. So it's up to you whether or not it's worth the gamble. Like when I was using my paddle shifters, I used the clutch. Yeah, then you're probably fine.
It's been a minute, but
Could you use a button clutch?
Yeah, you can.
you can.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, as long as it just does the clutch input, you're all good.
Hello.
Hola.
Well,
Password change?
No, it just is making everybody re-enter it for some reason. I don't know why. Speed, I knew that wasn't a jab at me. I was just saying I am very guilty of that.
eventually I'll get it.
Where is
You gotta get that
Driven on a track and
drone.
what could go wrong?
It's a good car to learn. It's a quick car to learn.
Oh jeez, that's not fucking. It's not even that sharp of a corner, but it's causing me all kinds of issues.
My bad, boat.
The one thing with how short this is every single turn
RP.
counts. Like if you lose any speed into one of these 3 straights, there goes your lap. You're not making it back anywhere else. Right, Seb?
Exactly.
I totally wasn't watching
I know
that.
exactly what you mean.
Dude, I'll be lucky if my best time is sub a minute.
I mean, I think most of us are doing like 1 minute, 1 minute.
RP,
like,
not
like
active.
1 minute, 1 second.
And don't forget, drafting's gonna come into play too on this one, heavy.
I feel like that'll be like a disadvantage in some cases, in a lot of cases.
You just gotta know where not to take the bump draft and where to pull yourself out of a strong draft. Although, these are MX5, so not too crazy.
Yeah, it's not like the GT cars where you get a pretty strong draft out of it.
Man, the elevation in this is crazy. Like, I'm looking at it from afar.
Yeah, we should do. Yeah, you know, we should definitely do go-karts on this.
Oh god, shifter carts on this.
Shifter carts would be pretty good.
I feel like shifter carts, you just basically gotta choose like the worst map possible, and it makes it way more fun.
I feel like shifter carts on Nordschleife would be.
Nah, shifter carts on Monaco, literally the biggest danger is just don't touch the sidewalk.
We did shifter carts at Monaco, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Shifter carts
Yeah.
are small.
It was 1966 Monaco where they had the sidewalks of death
That's even better.
because it rewards you for being careful.
RP, app not active.
Man, I can't wait to see the skin I made for Patchy on the track next season.
That looks nice. I like it.
I originally had cream on the bottom, white on the top with a black line through the middle, and it was such an old man car, and I loved it, but then I don't know. I saw the intercooler logo, and I realized it was like, oh no, it's got to be different.
Then you realize, oh, I'm too much of an old man.
Yeah, like it's got to have the black and like that blue.
It's gotta have the black and blue. It's gotta have the pink and purple. It's gotta have the
Damn.
whirl and the swirl. It's gotta have the Mike and Ike and I don't know what else.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys hear my dogs going nuts in the background, but ignore them. Got a lot of energy today. Good puppies.
Scientology.
Third gear for the last corner.
Second.
Gotta take a late
Cool, thanks.
Fourth, floor it.
No, God. You'd have no speed.
Handbrake.
No.
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I think. Did I tap someone? 'Cause I definitely heard my car tap.
I feel like even though it's such a short pit, it still adds time because it's on that outside edge.
I mean, any amount of it adds time.
Yeah, but like still adds like the normal amount of time, I mean.
Right now, trying to discover map secrets and see if I can like go. No, this map I'm not really naming it was it doesn't have anything to explore.
Something about boat being in the blue car just seems right. Oh, boat got in the 57s. I didn't even notice that.
Oh,
It's picking up that clean drift, I'm pretty sure. This part of the track is called Chicane. Very well named corner. I like it.
what is it? Describe
Into
what
Clark.
chicane looks like.
That's a wide, long left-hander. Taylors. Starting to remember these track names now. Let's see. I feel like there's a lot of the generic liveries in this one today. Everybody was so focused on signing up for the season. Oh, Patchy with the big lap here. Nice quick line through. Oh, it's a good line. Or is that track cut patch? Maybe it was. Oh boy. Zach, searching for that 58. Good speed in. Can he get the good speed out? Push. 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 I think I broadcaster cursed you.
It's okay.
It's alright, this is the one. This is the one. That was a joke one. It's okay, it's okay. You'll get it back. Another man chasing the 58 on an outlet. You guys got low track temps right now anyway. It's only 25. We'll probably go up at some point.
Oh,
Typically. 25 is on the lower end, I think, what it can be.
Yeah.
That was a big collision.
Sorry about that.
It's funny. It's made for good television, boys.
RP. You were bouncing around a little bit.
Lando rocking the woohoo, man. So professional. One hell of a line through there.
My goal is to run a different line in the last corner every single time.
I don't think it'll be too difficult, especially once the race starts and then you have someone next to you every single time.
Thank you for the move, Jay.
Got 18 on the grid so far. Well, if Max comes back. These guys are like trying to work together. It's just not working out too well for them. Let's see, what livery did you get, Project? Oh, you got the Castrol. Okay. You got to pronounce that L.
Casserole.
Yeah, you can't leave the L out, or it sounds a little bit worse. Lance Stroll. We got two in the 57s now.
That's what we did to Josh the other day.
You Lance Strolled him.
I forget what doing a Lance stroll means.
I think it's just crashing.
Wow, that's very
Being an inbred.
also very unspecific.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a risk here with what the Lance Stroll is.
Oh boy. No, that's the sergeant.
You gotta be kidding me. I am 0.04 of a second off the person before me.
Are you?
Yes.
Wow.
God damn it.
hundredths.
Oh yeah, it's 400s.
It's like, wait, am I confused here? No, it's the kids who are wrong.
I've gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Man, speed pushing those limits, turning that Miata into an off-roader. Man, that pivot. I see Moon and Zach working together there. Okay. Ooh, Zach going for his shot. He holds back.
Oh my god, purple.
Give him the bump. Give him the bump. He's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get it. Oh.
No.
It was so close. I thought you had it. Oh, there you go. That could be some bump. Oh no, he's just taking it. It gets stuck in your head, doesn't it? Well, it should.
Oh shit.
All right, Zach, I'm giving you 2 laps to get by. That's your new mission. All right, well.
It's hot blood pressure, you know?
All right, Moon, I'm giving you 2 laps.
It's hard to pass on this track.
Yeah, it's long straights, but not long enough.
Why you
I get
gotta
that one a
defend the
lot.
inside if you can.
You really got to take advantage of one of the 3 sharp turns. Like, that's your best bet, is to put your nose in so that even if you don't pass them, you get the better exit.
Oh
They
shit.
lose some speed into the straight.
Sorry, Ostrich.
So good.
My radar said I was clear.
Well, it lied.
Literally, my spotter said you're clear, so I sort of literally said you're clear, so I just turned in and I was like, oh shit. And then like literally as I turn in, it goes back on the radar for like half a second. I'm like, what?
I stopped
still
watching the
free on my
Ranger
braking
game, and now it's 3-1.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
So what's the speed? Alright guys, I have a very difficult mission for you all today. No restarts.
Honestly, I mean, we haven't done that.
Oh fuck, I'm just gonna log off now.
We've done one every single race I've ever had to do a live broadcast for.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm pretty sure if you go to any buggy broadcast, there is a restart.
I was gonna say, we've been decently lucky with the GT3 events, not counting whatever happened last Friday. Just ignore that. That thing was a shit show.
Yeah, it never happened. It's all good.
You know, the best way to learn is to forget what you learned previously and learn new shit.
Yeah, I thought that first race was pretty good.
Did you win it?
Yeah.
Oh, forget everything is a good first word. God.
Longitudinal grip would be like if I was braking and I get more grip.
I guess.
Lateral grip, I want more lateral grip. I want more lateral grip.
K0, K0. Some call him Coco. Some call him K0, K0. I wonder what turning Jim on would do for the broadcast.
Hey,
Or-
how
He'd
did
probably enjoy it.
Or does he just
how
get
the
stuck
hell
to
did I
the
just
thing?
get a second up? How the hell did I just get a second up? Okay, that is possible to do if I just like. So there is a key in full throttle if you do it just perfectly.
I feel like I keep seeing a set of tires appear above Coco's head.
Coco Melon.
It might be my own tires.
Alright guys, so what if the grid is super spread out and a speed bump ends up having to start in the back on the turn again? I'm kidding. We've been bonus at a time.
Ah, no!
Well, I think that's what happened to my tires.
That'd be sick if we have rolling starts.
Nah, I mean, don't we always have rolling starts? I mean, someone always gets rolled in T1.
This is true.
I mean, the tires are always spinning, so obviously it's always rolling.
Not in the beginning.
Nah, not yet. No, they are rolling at the start.
No. They're not.
No. Hear me out. Your steering wheel is always rolling.
That's also not.
Nah, your rev meter is always rolling.
And I'm done.
You see your revs, they're always rolling.
Always looking for the pass. Oh, we're gonna see a pass on the grass today. I'm calling it.
Oh, 100%.
There's gonna be a pass on the grass.
Is that legal?
I mean,
If there's
do you-
nowhere
uh-huh.
else to go, you gotta do what you gotta do, and like you can consider the fact that you get 3 cut warnings. So use it wisely for a pass on the grass. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
but I mean, like, if you just cut all the way across the grass, it's like, no.
Yeah, no.
That's like, bruh.
I am watching.
Oh yeah, that's right, you're the overseer.
FIA is here today.
Honestly, the thing I just did,
Right, Seb.
did right there would be a
no
decently
problem.
weird pass.
Oh, okay.
Actually, does that technically count as off track?
Man, there are 2 turns that everybody freaking loses the rear on. That uphill, actually both uphill turns. You guys are just fucking throwing those things. Remember I said track temps were gonna get better? It's 24. I went down 1. And there's more
That
wind.
was better than 24.
25.
$25,000 worth of wind.
Let's rotate the map here. I'll do that again. Let's see. So I am facing. So the wind is going that way. So you got a crosswind for the front half and a little bit of help through section 2. So the wind only really helps you in section 2 right now.
Alright, so something I note to self, don't try what I just did.
Ooh, boat with a little sneaky. I saw that. It's quite the move. Leaving a sea of train wrecks behind him as people try and follow the line. Oh man, I can't wait to see someone hit this tire barrier.
Bro, you're literally.
Oh, you're okay with me holding you for a second?
Bro, you are literally initiating broadcaster's curse if I've ever seen it.
I'm just, trying to foresee all of the possible outcomes. Like, and there's a lot of them.
Wall right in front of you.
There's going to be a pass in the grass. There's going to be like at least 2 literal deaths. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Project, now it's thousandths of a second.
Bruh.
I just watched someone at the time. That was broadcaster's curse. I'm like, part of me is sorry. Most of me is not.
Fuck, my bad.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
You're good. Yes, Speedo, thanks for the bump.
Let's see it. I got 42 laps from Exeter, 47 from Project, 46 from Chris. You guys just fucking hammering these things in here. Wait, how is that even possible? Oh, because it's counting your other practice laps too. Okay. I got really confused for a minute. I was like, how fast are you going? These tires.
You're literally a thousandths of a second away from each other.
Yep. 5 thousandths of a second. That'd be one hell of a finish. Let's see if we can get that recreated. I'm letting the AI do its thing right now.
The timings are definitely very close. But
Oh
I
yeah,
think
they're
the
looking
main-
good.
I think like the main thing is just staying on the track.
As is tradition.
Am I really in 15th?
Let me see. Let's see. No. You are in 6.
We're gonna have to switch
I
that
like
down.
how at the starting line there's literally things that look beat sums, but it's like, bruh. Sure, I will beat sums. Don't do that.
Look me.
Hey, speed. 16 liters. I'm not even kidding you. That might actually do it.
To do fucking 21 laps?
Actually, that's 24 laps.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not even shitting. It does 24 laps.
If you time that perfectly, you could really fuck everybody up and get them all false starts. Give yourself a real big advantage. Wait, there's a Chris C and a Chris Crafton.
Post in the Shadow chat. Like, look, I literally have it at 16 liters, 24 laps.
Speed, are you buying this?
What happened?
He's saying 16 liters is enough.
Actually,
Fuck
more than
that.
enough.
No, he's saying it's more than enough. He's being 100% serious.
Oh god. I'm not doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not even racing, but if I'm you, I'm putting 17 just because it sounds like a curse.
I ran out of gas in the first race earlier.
How much did you put?
Fuck, I think like 16 or 17 to be honest. It might have been 15 though, I forget. I have no idea. I'm stoned, bro.
Favorite Monday night tradition.
Yeah, and
Oh
then
my God.
then we're leaving for Michigan tomorrow
Oh.
for 3 days, so I'm gonna be
What
picking up
happened?
some more. Oh fuck. I can't break
Oh, loofah.
1593, man.
RP.
Oh,
app
I
not
sent
active.
it there. Nope, shouldn't have done that. No.
Oh, so what do you
I'm
mean?
curious to
literally
see who
sent
else
you
get
guys-
in the
I literally
57s.
sent a screenshot. Why do you guys not believe me?
Of what?
Of how many laps that are needed.
Let me see. Let me see this nonsense.
I posted in the Seto chat.
It looks photoshopped.
I literally don't have Photoshop.
Looks like it was a professionally done Photoshop job.
I literally don't.
I'm
have
not
Photoshop.
buying it. I think you used what's that AI chat GPT that you used the chat GPT, and you have concocted this tale before our eyes. But fear not, it's only punishable by death.
By death. What? Wait, what?
No, just 1,000 ballast. Hold on. Project Purple.
No, please, for the love of God, do not put it on the balance on right now. Please don't
No,
do it right now.
no, no.
At least let me finish the lap.
I'm not even at my PC.
Oh.
Could be.
What?
But I'm not.
Oh, I didn't even do better. Alright, you can put the ballast on now. If you so desire.
No, I'm not even at my PC. I'm a wizard, but not that strong of a wizard.
You're a wizard, hey? Or are you just a hairy wizard?
More of that one.
Then I don't care if it's off the pace. I know it's off the pace. 'Cause I'm not the one who said it.
I rocked 14 liters earlier and I ran out of gas, so you should be okay with 15.
Like, how close were you to the finish line?
I ran out of gas on the last turn, the hairpin turn that goes to the straightaway. I ran out of gas right at that turn.
I remember running, like, it was the beginning of Season 3 Xanfor. I remember running out of gas, like, on the last turn. I'm like, fuck.
Yep, it was the last lap of the last turn, and I was like defending for 6th, I think, and I just ran out of gas. So I had to just quick pit it.
Alright, last laps are starting. Who's gonna
Purple, I'm
get to the
getting similar
57
dead.
club?
Don't worry, it's a practice.
Ooh, I love surprises. You know what, the best kind of prize is a surprise. Ha!
I feel like that's what he said,
That's
You know.
what who said?
in a way.
Girly girl.
I don't know who. Oh, I messed. Damn it. Messed up that one. Hey, bruh, how do I get some heat into my heat?
Some heat into your heat.
Yes, that's what I said.
Alright, Seb, you only need to make up 20 more seconds.
20.
I think you can find it in the last hairpin. Coco, you gotta let that thing redline more. Are you in this chat? What up, Hachiro?
So do you guys all have the ride height at 0?
Let's see, is Coco in this chat? Hang
No.
on here.
Alright. So I was gonna say, like the stuff that was in setup exchange for real rookie racing. Definitely don't use that one because literally the ride height is at 0. Alright, what do you guys have your spring wheel rates at?
Jay going for one more. Oh, Jay got in the 57s. That's what we're talking about.
Alright, so if you
Hey-
guys have the
hey,
option...
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. This is Coco. My bad. A hashbang is Coco. Coco's hashbang. My bad.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Thank you
okay.
thank you for the advice. I'm completely new and I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Oh boy, So-
Obviously.
something is getting real funky with the camera here.
Alright,
Okay.
where's Jim at? Hey, Jim. Word.
Interesting. Ah, I see.
Bought a radio check. Boom.
Alright. I was wondering what that was. 4 in the morning, Jesus. Alright, for those of you unfamiliar, it's about to get real cloudy. And the clouds get low,
Oh yeah.
close to the track. It technically only lasts for 1 minute, so it'll be your out lap. Alright, we're gonna mute ourselves so these guys can see what we got
my bad.
going on here. Purple's gonna lead the charge out of the way here.
Try not to hit him.
I'm just trying to get a gap between people.
And yeah, we got
I'm
the
not
grid
trying to race on
slowly
the
separating here. 14 seconds, I think, left of the heavy fog, and then it will open up for everybody to just send in. Yeah, they got 15 minutes of qual left still. And then the race.
You guys still in quali?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? I don't know.
Alright, looks like
Oh, God,
Project Purple's gonna be the first one to get a clean lap in
That's
here.
not that bad. I can go blind.
106 to start off
Skipped it
the
wrong
trend.
way.
They'll begin their descent
See what they say-
into the
what they're
first
saying,
qualifying
but
lap of the grid.
more
Setting the
dead.
pace for the racers behind. We do see speed bump going wide. So that's not going to help him out too much there. Project goes
See,
off
that's
the
the
track,
same.
so that's going to take him off of the line. I think Seb goes off as well.
Sorry.
That's going to cause Zach some time behind him, so that
Sorry,
won't be a
Zach.
cleanest
You're
lap.
good, you're good.
Looks like Moonshiner's going to get the first true clean lap in. So we'll stick with him, see what time he posts. These guys up front are definitely hauling, but I don't know if all their interactions with each other is going to cost it. Looks like we got some Pardal fans in the
Feels good.
chat. We'll sneak over to his point of view in just a minute here. Want to see
you, bro.
Moonshiner with a clean entrance to the final straight here.
So I was like,
The speed bump starts off with the 59, well off his pace. Zach a little off his pace as well. Moonshiner with a 1 minute, not going to cut into that pace just yet. Let's take a look at Pardal here coming across the line. And that's going to land him it looks like he didn't make any improvements, so he might have had a spin on that lap there. He'll get another chance to set a time now. He's real loose with this one as he goes out wide into the sand, so he'll have to work his way around one more time. We'll take a look at Boat trying to get a clean lap in. You can already see some damage to his car there. Hopefully not enough to affect anything. Heading his way through Butcher's now into the chicane. He's got a little bit of traffic on the track. You see he's just going to power through it. Hopefully Pardal gives him the space. He does. He taps on the brakes there to let him know he's going to have the time to do so. Clean line through Clark there, so he's definitely going to be able to set a clean lap. We see Speed Bump has set the bar now at a 58.1. Both racers capable of getting that 57. They are going to have a nice tailwind right here. Pick them up all the way through the back straight. A little bit of a headwind through Sector 3, though, but not as much as it is beneficial right here. So we'll see how that carries them. Boat only comes in with a 59.3. Let's take a look around the grid. We'll see Project Purple in position to put up a pretty decent lap here in the Castrol car. Swings around.
Yeah, the re-enter.
Okay. It looks like he's figured it out, so a little bit of password issues to running Mogo.
It's dumb.
I can't see my Discord.
It's, well, he can't hear me. Otherwise, I would have told him. So, swinging around Taylor's now. Project Purple making some good headway on his personal best. He's still going to be actually losing a little bit of time here on the back straight, but still doing okay. And he flies across the line, putting him in 5th position with a 59.2. That's going to be pretty good. He's going to regroup there, it seems. Speed Bump, not quite on a lap yet. Boat, though, sets a 57.8, so he'll be the first one to crack back into that 57 squad. I know Jay was capable of it earlier. Ooh, and we hit him with the broadcaster's curse right away. Let's take a look there. Seb was another candidate for that 57 squad. Wasn't able to hit it, but he was getting closer and closer. Ooh, he can maybe pull into the draft here. He might be able to. I don't think he's going to make up the time, though. Oh, he's going to get right on the edge again. That's probably going to drive him a little nuts. Improved, I think, by 0.004. We got all of Brazil rooting for the man Pardal in yellow. He's going to be still on another outlap here. We'll stick with him for the outlap and see what he can make happen here on the next one. Ooh, Jay goes flying by. Pardal doing a good job of steering clear. He's got a lot of traffic coming up behind him, though. It might be beneficial to get on the gas. Last thing you want to be doing is fighting through the grid, trying to put a lap in. 9 minutes remaining in the session. See Seb trying to tinker his way into the 57, so he'll be toying with that setup just a little bit. Pardal with a clean line through Clark, so he's starting to pick up some of these positions where he was a little less stable early on. Getting a little more comfortable in the Miata. See now about his turn through Taylor's. Takes a little bit of a later entrance than we've seen most, but does use the curb to its fullest. That's one of the things that we encourage here. See him heading down the final straightaway now. Not too much separating him and the man in front. He's not improved on his time just yet. It's going to take a full clean lap to do so. Strong through Leslie's. This is where a lot of people throw the lap away in McIntyre. Ooh, and I seem to have hit him with a little broadcaster's curse through it. But we'll give him a little more time to get his thoughts together, see where he can get the time back. Looks like Jay found an area where he was struggling earlier. He is now getting closer to his top time, but still a little ways off of this 57 marker where he was earlier. Speed Bump struggling to hit it as well. Track temps have gone down again into 23 degrees now. Hopefully these guys can get a little boost once the race actually starts up. MJ going to set a better time, but is it enough? Not to take the spot of Patchy, so he's got a lot of work to do here on the back half. Let's check back in with our man from Brazil. Looks like he is on an outlap now, but he's got Speed Bump behind him. I think he just wants to start from the back so he can avoid the turn 1 chaos, and I don't blame him. Smart man, he's playing it strategically. Let Speed Bump go through there. Speed Bump not on too much of a hot lap himself, so we'll stick with the man in yellow. one more time here as we head
RP,
into Taylor's.
not
He's got
active.
someone coming in hot on his tail. I think that's going to be Seb. I'll have to put the hammer down on the straight here and keep some distance between him and Seb. Seb might have done that as a favor for him. Not sure. Maybe that was his outlap as well. Can we get a clean one in? The man from Brazil, clean line through Duffus, pulls it together through Leslie. Now here's where he lost it last time. Takes it a little bit slower to keep it on the track. And
take my
hangs
spot back.
on, heading into Butchers through the chicane now. Ooh, and he takes a little trip to the beach. I think that's unfortunately going to give him track limits on this one. Let's see if he can get it on the next go around though. I know we've got the guys up top still all trying to get back into the 57s there, with Boat really setting a strong pace of 57.48. All comes down to how the race goes here. All right, Pardal. He technically took some time off, but I think he's going to get a track cut here. They're not going to count this one.
RP, app not active.
And no, they do not, so he's going to have to do it here. Just under 6 minutes remaining. After this one, we are going to start to look around the grid one more time. He's coming in with a little bit too much speed there. I don't think he's going to hang on, and he goes off in McIntyre, hitting the wall. That will clear the way for Seb Bellew behind him. One of these guys trying to get to the 57s. I Am Jay does manage to fly through into the 57.7, so not too far off Boat.
It's gonna be a screamer.
Seb with a little bit of a slow entrance through Clark, but that actually seems to be the way to go. He's definitely got the form. It'll all come down to Taylor's now. I think on his best lap, he did have a little bit of a draft, but
Hi, buddy. No.
we'll see what he can do. Definitely took a different entrance into Taylor's than his initial, but he has a little bit more speed. He's got to get back up. It's almost there. I think he's going to creep into the 57s here.
Feel calculated.
And he does, taking the spot away from Speed Bump. It's going to be a good start there for him. Ooh, and we turned into a little bit of chaos. Project and Speed seem to have collided.
Is it a 20-minute race?
4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. I think these guys will get a good chance. We got Floffles and Mogo rolling up to the grid. You got a little bit of time to learn the track, not a lot, so it might be in their best interest not to settle a good lap just yet. But speaking of good laps, we're still waiting for the man in yellow to make something happen here. 4 minutes remaining. He got a little nervous seeing the car spun out, but that actually helped him. He slowed down, and he'll be able to keep all four wheels through McIntyre. Now, after a clean line through Butchers, he battles through the chicane one more time, but learn from his mistakes, he does. Pushing through now, making a lot of headway. Just looking for a clean line through Clark. He does. He's entering the blind uphill section now, so this is going to be a little tricky. It's going to all come down to his entrance and exit through Taylor's. He's kept all four wheels on the track so far, so all he's got to do is hold it together. I'm not sure what his personal best is, cuts included. So this is going to be a fresh look for us. Pardal, can he beat Coco's 101.6? We're going to find out in just a minute here. With a screamer, 59.054 puts him in P7. So that's all he was doing, was waiting for his chance. Takes a little hit to the curve there through Leslie's, or I think that one was Duffus. But beautiful, beautiful lap there from Pardal, the man in yellow. Gonna put him in P7 currently. A little bit of time left and close enough to that 58. I think I could see him going for one more shot, trying to crack into that main pack.
How the fuck did I hit you? Like you...
It sounds like we've got a little bit of lag-related issues going on.
Did you even see me hit you, Zach?
Zach
You didn't
in
hit me.
speed.
Yeah, on my screen I did.
Oh.
Like... I didn't even see you.
And we'll see what kind of a lap time we can see Floffles pop out
I've been behind you a
here.
whole lap and then like just past the pits.
I think this is going to be his first clean lap.
first turn.
And he goes up
It said
into
that I hit you, and I'm just like, what?
P9,
Yeah,
not
no, you didn't hit
endangering
at
the
all.
Pardal
And my car
movement,
acted
but
like I hit
Project
something.
Purple does. He creeps in with a 59.2, so he's going to be starting to catch up to that target there. Speed bump. He's going to get 2 more shots at this thing. It's going to be close to see if he gets a third. Let's see what he can make happen. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him here. Hopefully they can all keep their laps together. Lost a little bit of time with his line through McIntyre. We'll see if he can gain it, maybe with some drafting help here on this back straight. Sees one go out in front of him. Oh, and he follows Zach out. He decides fresh tires, fresh car, goes out. He's going to take the out lap. And I think he'll have more than enough time to do so. Patchy will be trying to creep into the 57 squad as well, but I don't think he's going to have quite the speed. JT Peds puts down a 58.9 and Falafel's a 59.02, so they're going to steal some positions away from Pardal. Falafel's not done yet. Ooh, might be done. He'll have to try and get around one more time to do something with it. Pardal off to an absolute heater to start. See if he can carry that speed clean through McIntyre, which he does. Loses a little bit of time there, but still on the track. That's what's important. We'll see if he can gain it in the chicane. He's pushing very hard. Is it a little too hard? It is. We see Flaffles has done the same. Those guys are really going to be struggling to get all the way around to get another clean lap in. I don't think they're going to be able to. Let's take a look around at the leaders. Jay now crossing the line, so he's going to get a good one in. Seb is actually leading the charge. Bardal tries to dive in at the same time as Seb. Caused a little bit of contact there.
MX5 don't have a braking bias, huh?
Man, you can see Seb really got messed up there. That's going to push him down 410, so he's not going to get a chance to improve. Speed bump, struggling with his time there. I think he lost it in the same section through McIntyre. Taking a look at Patchy, having narrowly avoided Pardal's re-entry. Just a little bit of chaos there in turns 1 and 2. We're looking around the grid, but it doesn't look like anyone has a real chance at improvement. We'll take a look. Maybe Flaffles can make something happen through McIntyre. What goes off? Pardal lost on his time as well. Exeter might be one of our final chances here. He was our only man in the green, but even he is out. So let's just take it from the top. We've got Jay coming across the line. Does manage to creep up a 10th or 2 on his time. Nothing too noticeable. You got a little line of cars coming down here. Someone's going to be entering right into the pits. Doesn't seem worth finishing to them. Zach will cross the line with no movement. Patchy as well. Pardal still hanging on to the top 10. Crosses the line with no movement in his position as well. Overtime going strong now. Flaffles unable to push a little bit farther there. And same goes for Exeter. I think that's going to be the remainder of the grid. It looks like they might be giving Speed Bump a chance. I don't know if that's going to do him any favors.
Yeah.
Coming down the final straight, I don't see any green sections here. Not sure if he'll be able to make something happen. He does. He puts up a 57.7. So he joins into the main core group there. So we've got 4 guys who'll be battling out in the 57 stretch. We got 3 guys in that 58 stretch. And then the entirety of the grid in that 59 stretch for the most part.
Blue flag cars and everything.
Patchy is an animal.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
If you're joining out of pits, just be careful.
And that is very
Watch
solid
your
advice.
entries.
We've already
Watch
seen
the entries.
1 or 2 issues here, but
Pass right to left.
hopefully nothing to really be too concerned about.
Brake all the way. Like if you're still rolling, brake. If you're rolling off the track, just brake. You know? Don't let your car come back in.
Pedal to the metal, got it. I'm fucking with you.
Man, I wonder if it'd be better to have more fuel in the car to give it that weight that you need.
Honestly, probably
I don't know, I was liking less weight in it, man. I was able to flick it around.
But will he like it with no weight in the car? Don't forget, they will run out
is
of
20
fuel
minutes,
towards
right?
the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two
Okay.
20-minute races with a reverse grid is what these guys will be facing today. It's our standard layout here. Seems to be working
You guys are
okay
saying
so
like
far.
16 liters, 17?
16 is good, but I'm still putting 18. 16's a tainted number, bro.
Okay, 16, if you don't mess up.
Curse of the 16.
But that assumes you don't mess up.
Fuck. I
Got
almost
just
wanna do
a
it just
two
for shits
here.
and giggles.
But that also assumes you actually end up going through the entire 20 laps.
So this is what it's like to be up here, huh?
What is this grid?
Fuck is that grid?
Wow. Sick.
It's 1, 2, 3 set. It's a triple
Yeah.
set.
This is one of the grids.
Oh, me and Chris are about to battle it out. Let's
my God.
go. Yeah.
Oh boy.
30 seconds to go.
Don't worry, me and
Just
Chris
in the nick of
practice
time. So we got a strong front of the grid here with Boat and Jay. We'll take a look around. It actually zigzags, so these guys have a little bit of space to move around.
Second place, but you're right in front of me. Hold up.
Yeah, I see
And
that.
the leaderboards get a little bit all skewed up until things start moving around here.
Oh shit, here we go.
But the final open race before we kick off season
don't see
4, we got a nice strong grid.
Is that bug
And everybody manages to move along. Zach did not get to
I
take
just saw the
advantage of the
G7
clean
one,
stock because he
so-
didn't see the starting
Here we go,
lights there.
boys.
And we'll see. The turn 1 chaos, does it start?
Alright.
Botlando and Floffles get punted, causes a little bit of chaos there with Mogo and Project Purple. Botlando will take the bulk of that one. Turn 2 manages to stay clean for the most part.
Yeah, I actually
And
lost
we've
the
got our
choice.
grid formed here. A little bit of contact with Pardal and Zach, but not enough to cause any trouble. So we've got our eyes on Coco now. We're going to take a look up at the top of the grid and see how they fared. So Boat got the cleanest start. He's actually now 0.7 away from
I was gonna be
Jay
mad
and the
about
main
that one.
grouping behind him. We'll see them all here loading up. We see Patchy and Speed Bump working together. This is where people are going to have to try and catch a draft. Lando's going to go for a little pass
I like that
here
bird
through
one,
Taylor's. Can he pull it off on Project? He goes for a little bit of too deep of a dive. Coco tries to take advantage of it, takes both of them out. And that's going to give Seb the position back there. Floffles and JT going side by side down the main straight. We'll see who can take the advantage. Floffles definitely going to go for the dive in here. But JT has a slightly better line, so he'll use that acceleration to keep his nose in. Floffles have to go for the late break one more time into McIntyre. And he stays on. These guys are going side by side through a dangerous section here. Floffles pulls back to give JT the angle. A little bit of contact between the Chris C's. Battle to see which one of them deserves the name. And it's starting to get a little ugly. We see Floffles, with a little wiggle there, but he hangs on. Looking at the back there, Zach is going for a move here on Patchy. We got him side by side down the straight. It's not going to be the only battle, but it's the one we'll hang on to for a second.
That's right. Send some heaters.
We'll see if we can see a late break move from Zach here heading into the third lap out of 20, possibly 21. Zach pulls back just a little bit to give Patchy the angle and to avoid the contact, but he does seem to have a better line through McIntyre. Patchy goes onto the grass and will pay for it. Zach takes the position from him cleanly, and that's going to be a nice clean pass from him there. Speed and Jay are going to need to start working together to catch up to Boat ahead. You can see the two of them just out of view there.
Whoa there.
Off in the distance. Looking in the back, I see Mogo must have spun out.
That was fucking.
Gets a big group of the grid
go,
past him there. Ooh, a few more are going to spin out as well. Looks like Chris C. And I think the other Chris there.
Let's go.
I think we just heard Botlando coming up on him. Seb managed to get a pass on Purple down the final straight heading into Taylor's. We see Floffles and Ostrich shading positions as well there. Seb definitely working his way back up through the grid after an unfortunate start to the race. Trying to keep our eyes on all of the action
I'm finally
here.
in the top split without messing up. This is insane.
Right, you got 16 minutes.
We got the Chris's battling it out. Chris C
You have
trying to
no
find
idea.
another
Like,
angle on the other
finishing 2
Chris C.
laps is impressive.
Battle of
for
the
me.
Chris's is something else. I think IMJ might have had a little bit of spin up in
You
front.
got this, bro. Just keep going.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
I
Zach.
see, yeah, he's definitely lost a little bit of time there. It's put speed out to dry. He's lapping by himself up there, 3.5 ahead of him and 3 behind him. Jay tries to make a move on Patchy, isn't able to pull through. I think Seb had a crash.
I know,
Ooh, it
just
looks like we had a
crazy
big
lag.
crash in the back there.
Lag, huh? Okay.
I'm DDoSing you guys. This is the only reason I'm doing good.
We got a lot of
Oh,
movement
fuck.
going on in the back over here.
Shit.
We see another late move there. So
Exeter.
Seb now sitting 13th position. I see Exeter trying to make something happen here with Moonshiner, and Jay up in front trying to get that position back from Patchy. Hard to keep tabs on all the action, but we'll go back and forth. Zach, ooh, manages to go off, so he loses his P3 spot. Not too badly, though, as he's sitting
God, we're coming up
P6
the
now.
traffic
He's
already.
got the main 3 in front of him. And yes, they are coming up to traffic. Only 5 minutes into the race. It's a very short track
Nice
with a
pass,
lot of
Exeter.
room for error.
Yeah.
Exeter must have made a move on Moonshine
did,
there,
he
unfortunately,
did.
right as we
I saw
swung
you coming up, and
away.
I was like, yep, just let him go.
We'll see
Plenty
if
of
Jay can
time.
make something happen here. He's definitely right on the verge of the draft from
We
Patchy.
draft up to the other people.
It's going to all come down to if he can push a little bit harder. I see Mogo trying to make a move on bot Lando, so we'll turn away for just a second here, see if he can do it through Taylor's. He stays right on his tail. I think he's going to try and use the draft to his advantage just a little bit.
Shit.
Oh, it sounds like we had a little bit of a spin out there. Not sure who. It might have been Moonshiner as he seems to fall down the board there. Pardal seems to
My
have
bad
avoided
about
the
that,
chaos, so
Fox.
Pardal now
Trying
sitting
to
in
do a clean
P7,
entry.
where he once stood before being knocked down by JT Peds and I think Falafels in Qual. So he's definitely made some space here. He's up 2 positions now, trying to find a spot through Exeter. See if he can make something happen on Taylor. I do see Falafels trying to pass Moonshiner ahead of him. We'll have to take a look as they are now going side by side, going towards Taylor's there. We'll turn back to the action with Pardal in just a minute. But we'll see who can make a move. Project Purple joining into the action now. This is a battle to stick into P10. We've got Project and Seb battling behind them, trying to make this a 4-way battle for the points. Every little point counts when reverse grid comes up because you never know where the cards are going to lie. Falafel's flying through with some speed through Duffus. And it backs up the grid behind him, so Seb looking for another opportunity there. I think Pardal just made his move on Exeter. Exeter spun out. He's sitting in the middle of the grid there. And Jesus. Narrowly avoided contact behind him there. That gives Pardal P6. He does pull off of the track.
Oh no, that's not.
We got Moonshiner and Flaffles though going at it one more time. Flaffles is going to try and get the spot back right here into Taylor's. He does clear the inside, but Moonshiner will go for the switchback. No, he'll go to try and hang on to the draft there.
Go, Popples.
Bo must have had a spin up ahead as Speed Bump does take the lead now, sitting only less than a second ahead of him, so he'll need to make something happen. Moonshiner's trying for a late break. Ooh, and it'll cause contact. Flaffles, I don't think, saw him coming. So Seb does get a position, and Moonshiner's now in the battle with Exeter. Oh, a little bit more contact there. So I think we're broadcasters cursing him. Project Purple goes off though ahead of him, so that'll shift up the group in there. Let's take a look at Pardal. So Pardal's got 13.8 seconds ahead of him.
That was like
And he's got 2 seconds behind him, so he's kind of safely lapping here, not doing too poorly. See, IMJ finally looking for another shot at Patchy here. These two have taken a while to get back within each other's range.
Damn it.
Looks like Boat and Speed might have a battle for the lead, though, in just a minute here. I'm not going to be able to ignore that, because Boat's definitely going to make a move here, heading into Clark. Oh, and it's successful. Speed bump goes a little bit too wide into the beach. That will give Patchy an opportunity to move forward, but he won't get close enough. Jay is going to have to make an opportunity or make a decision here. He's not going to work with Patchy. He's going to try and make something happen into Taylor's. Hopefully he can get the switchback off, which I think he's trying to line up for. He does not. He takes away the full race line without even having to get in front of him. Patchy just leaves him plenty of space, cuts that inside nice and close. It's going to give Jay the chance here, heading into Duffus. And Patchy pulls back to let it happen. He'd rather not be one of the numerous sad stories of contact that we've seen throughout the evening today. We'll take a look back here. Looks like some exciting action going on in the battle for P12. Exeter going to try and make a move on Bot Lando. That'll give Mogo a chance to move up. A little bit of contact might send him through. He has to slam on the brakes to avoid it, though, so these guys will hold their positions. Exeter actually going to lose a position due to his loss of momentum. Bot Lando, though, now with a little bit of space there. Zach Dickinson making a move on Patchy. Or actually, Zach Dickinson, I think, getting passed by Jay. Now, Patchy, sorry, seemed to have been the move there. He went a little bit wide through the chicane. A move that we've seen a few times by everyone on the grid today. That's just one of the dangerous corners on the track. Seb going to have to go for a move. Asha trying to squeeze him outside. A little bit of a pass on the grass. And Seb's going to try and cling on to it, make it happen here. He pushes him wide. And Oscar's going to get behind him, but he'll stay within the draft. I know he's not going to like that. He'll be looking for another opportunity. 9 minutes to go. He'll certainly have one. We've got Mogo looking for one on Bot Lando there, and he finds it. I think we had a little bit of an awkward exit from Taylor's there. Mogo able to take advantage of it and try and get into drafting position on Moonshiner in front of him. Exeter with more speed than Bot through the final straight, trying to line himself up to the outside. It'll be a little bit easier on the brakes. Hopefully that can give him more speed to make a move on Bot Lando there. Also keeping our eyes on Mogo ahead. All the actions right now happening in this battle for P11. It looks like one of the Christians ends up going into the pits, unfortunately.
Ooh. That was a little.
Ooh, a wide spin there. A little bit of a dragged out one as they try and save it. We've got Mogo, Bot Lando, and Exeter all together once more as Moonshiner spins his way out of the mix, unfortunately. Through Taylor's, Mogo's going to look for an opportunity to slot in here. Doesn't need to find one. Rides that curb with some speed. He'll make his way past Bot Lando, and these guys will form a nice drafting train heading towards Duffus. Around the grid, we do still have Boat up top, Speed, and Jay slowly cranking away at that gap. Oh, Bot Lando with a hard hit on that curve. Manages to save it, but that's going to give Exeter a chance into McIntyre. Exeter's been hit one too many times, so he gives them plenty of space, not looking for another collision in these final 8 minutes here. So that will give these guys a chance to battle. Mogo's going to start to run free with it and work his way towards the points. He's got 6 seconds to make up in the next 7 minutes here on JT Peds in front of him. I don't think Bot Lando's going to be able to get this back, but I don't want to count him out just yet. We've seen him go for these late dives into Taylor's, and it does seem to close that gap quite a bit when it counts. But a slow exit out of Taylor's, and I think that will be the end of that main pack for the moment.
What did I just hear?
Smoke alarm?
Take a look at Christian Crafton. He might be down, but he's trying to catch back up to the Chris in front of him.
Damn it.
Ooh, a little bit of a spin or something there, possibly. Hard to tell, but JT Peds definitely has a chance there. I think Ostrich actually went out wide, so that's going to bring P8 into a striking range. I'd say we've got the whole back of the grid still in a competition for points, that's for sure. We got a big battle for P5 as Pardal and Seb still within reason there. Pardal now only 4 seconds away from the man in front. I haven't been giving him enough credit there. He's got a little bit of front nose damage, so we missed an incident.
Come on.
And Broadcaster's curse strikes immediately. I was trying to give him some space to do his thing, but that's all right. A little bit of a cut through McIntyre to get his way back on the track. Coco is actually behind him, so he can get in front there safely. Coco let him do his thing, knowing that's a man in front. So he's sitting P7, 6 seconds to the man ahead. We got some time now, though, just to enjoy the battle. I do see Bot Lando going to go for something here on Exeter. We do got to take one peek. We'll head back to Pardal when we can, I promise.
Whoa.
Ooh, JT Peds and Floffles have a little bit of an incident there.
Whoa. What?
You just teleported right behind me, bro.
No, I saw that. Like.
Ooh, JT Peds sliding his way through Taylor's, but hangs on. That is one hell of a line through there. He's going to lose a little bit of speed making it pretty, but it was worth it for the cameras, I'll tell you that much. That draft is going to give him an opportunity. Whoa, we got some bouncing around going. I can't tell who it is. I think it's going to be JT.
He's right behind me now.
What?
Yeah. I think JT is the one bouncing around here. That's how he lost the position to Floffles.
Whoa!
Oh boy, yep. And he bounces back one more time. That's going to cost Mogo the spot, unfortunately. Gives him a big spin out. Boat now, trying to make his way through traffic. He's going to have to find a good spot through Project.
No, I think it was... I don't know. Yeah, it was
The problem is there's not a lot of good lines through here. The traffic is going to cost him a little bit of time. That might give him a chance. Mogo now going to pits. He'll be waiting it out for race 2, I believe, at this point. Let's take a look at Pardal. Now going to be moving up into 6th position. Or sorry, 7th position. Only 7 seconds between him and the man in front. Ostrich and Floffles battling it out for P8. I'm not sure where this battle came from. Maybe one of these guys had a little spin again. Ostrich takes a wider line through Leslie, and that's going to give Floffles the opportunity. A little bit of a grass contact by both racers will even out that chance right there. Mogo slowly dropping his way down. Floffles goes wide, and that will be Ostrich going in. Sounds like Speed Bump got hit by Moonshiner. Big spin there. Gives Jay the opportunity to move by. I know Speed's not going to be thrilled about that one. That'll be one of the guys in back just not giving enough space to go through. It looks like Jay taking it a little slow. I think it's hard to tell because these cars themselves are not the quickest, but 3 minutes 30 seconds left. I know Speed will still have a chance here. We got a side-by-side action in front of him, so he'll have to get through some busy traffic to make something happen there. Moonshiner and Project in front. That was the battle that cost Speed his P2 position. It is unfortunately a lot of time to make up and not a lot of time left in the race. We'll let these two duke it out as we head to the man in yellow. Racing in no man's land right now, so he's just kind of trying to do whatever he can.
I'm on your side. Chasing.
Flying deep into Taylor's now. We've got Pardal swinging around. And we'll see if he can put up a nice little hot lap here while the people are watching. I do see Exeter and Moonshiner both getting themselves in line to make moves. I don't see any signs of him just yet. Exeter actually loses another spot to Bot Lando, so he must have had to spin out trying to make something happen along the way. Pardal with a good line here through McIntyre, doing a good job of hanging on. Moonshiner gets the spot on Project Purple. Project Purple gets the spot on Moonshiner. And Moonshiner gets the spot on Project Purple. We're going to have to take a look. I'm sorry. we'll let the man in yellow do his thing just for a minute here. Speed Bump was able to get past both of them, so he'll have to begin his quest to the man way ahead now. 8 seconds between him and Jay. Moonshiner and Project trading spots, but I think Moonshiner's going to walk away with it at this point. We've got Floffles trying to make another move on Ostrich in front of him. With a nice line through Taylor's, he might get the shot here. It'll all come down to if he can take advantage of the draft. He stays alongside. I think he's trying to lock down that outer lane. Does have a little bit more acceleration down the straight, so he'll get the chance. What will he do with it, though? He's going to force Ostrich to make some sort of a decision. Does take away the line from him just a little bit. Finds himself on the brakes to avoid contact. But a better line into McIntyre. Gets his nose right alongside, and Ostrich shuts the door, so he's not going to be able to find any room just yet. Through the chicane clean, that gives Floffles the opportunity. Pulls alongside him into Clark. It's going to be a tricky side-by-side, this one. There's only one good angle through it. And Floffles finds it. Ostrich spins out there just in time as boat is coming up on the traffic. So he's going to be able to make his way cleanly through that section there. And on to the next bit of lap traffic in front. The man in yellow, Pardal. Only 6 seconds separate him and P6. Again, P7, so he's up 2 positions from his qualifying time there. Doing a great job representing in the fatal 66. He's got someone spinning behind him there. That's going to be Chris C, not Christian C. Ooh, but Pardal goes a little bit into the sand, but hangs on. Doesn't spin all the way out. He'll keep pushing. 8 seconds separate him now from Seb Bellew. The man in Canada trying to catch up to Zach. And Pardal's going to get a little bit of lap traffic in front of him here. We'll see if he can make his way through it cleanly.
Oh shoot, that was boat behind me.
He's going to have to find a nice angle here through Coco.
Damn it, speed.
I think he's gonna. We'll see if he can get around him. He does on the main straight there, and he typically will have a later braking line, so he'll be able to continue his pursuit of Seb in front. I do see Project Purple looking for a chance on Moonshiner, which he finds right as we tune in. Moonshiner gets a little bit of the sand. Oh, and the race is over just like that. Moonshiner gets a little bit of the sand, so that'll give him the opportunity. Looks like Jay and Seb finish there.
I don't know how far behind.
Wow, that race ended quickly. Kind of out of nowhere. But looking around the grid, I don't see anything too crazy in the way of finishes. Ostrich gets a nose-to-nose finish.
There's no points. This is open.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna restart real quick. I think my lag was destroying people.
A little bit.
I'm gonna let the auto announcer kind of call all these for us at the moment.
Good race, Moonshiner.
Thanks, man.
As it looks like all the battles have kind of hashed themselves out. This grid is looking pretty good. The man in yellow finishes in 7th position, up 2 from his qualifying.
Oh,
Whatever, man. Just gotta keep pushing.
Pardal killing it there.
Pushing.
Yes, Zach, I'm gonna give Lucas.
Got Flawfuls coming across the line, and one more around the grid. Bot Lando to finish us all the way off. Drove it like he stole it.
Whoa.
So race 2 is going to be a reverse grid, so we'll get a little bit more action through there. That'll be the important part.
Oh, that was fun.
Now it's time for race 2.
Hey, real quick. How do you display? What's the? Oh, is it timer? For the countdown?
That'll be a timer.
Like the GT7 one?
Yeah.
It should be like in its settings.
Go into GT7 config.
Yeah.
Go to sounds.
Yeah.
And sound countdown check.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure you have GT7.
Features. And then countdown
I am
animation.
nice to battle with you again.
Features, countdown animation. Ah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, so you also have to make sure you just have one of the GT7 like things up, because if you don't, it doesn't work. So just have like the multi-function display and just like put it in the corner.
Is there a second race or no?
Yes.
Oh.
And it is reverse grid.
Absolute
so
lies to battle with you again.
Watch your back. No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna be right next to each other.
Just watch your front.
You're
Are
welcome.
you guys doing
I'll
a
try and
hokey
pull to the
pokey over
left immediately.
Of course they
I
are.
don't try to wipe people. I'm not here to crash out.
I saw some beautiful dogs.
Oh, good.
You know, 16 liters is actually looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's what I want with this time. Here we go, racer. Here we go. Dude, I can't wait for my fucking livery to fucking hit. Like, for me to be able to use it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, same here.
Fuck, I need one for MX5.
What?
Livery.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm not doing.
Make it number 16.
Well, I made mine's number 69.
This
My
fucking
wife thinks it's
fuel on fire.
Fuel on fire? That'd be crazy. Like gas can face.
Yeah, 16 liters on fire.
So we
coming
got a
out the
couple of
nozzle.
the custom liveries for those of you who haven't seen them
That'd
before.
be sick.
I think that one was found
Like a
on
gas
Race
trail?
Department, but
Oh,
this was a
that'd be
custom
sick.
made here. Dave, Bob, and Gus ran as the Roasted Roosters last season. It was made by Alan Montes, obviously. Let's see if we got any other custom ones here. This was made for Slay, the Mountain Dew car. We'll let these guys get on the grid
I've never
here.
had this disposition of
See.
getting in the back of this.
Bo
so
L's Maryland
what do you guys
car.
wanna do?
That's
Just
one of the
try to
original
fight your way up
real
there, or what?
rookie
The whole front
liveries.
way. Yeah, just plow
Yeah.
Splendid.
Alright.
Castrol, I think was made by Cent.
Get in there.
Just-
You know what I mean?
just got the
Her-
15 Energy. Got,
Over the
got all
grass.
sorts
Honestly,
of
that's what I was
shenanigans around here.
This one has a wall, huh?
But here's the best part of the night. We've got
Just
reverse
hold back,
grid,
just hold
Christian
back.
Crafton,
Straighten
and
your wheel up,
Coco to lead us
Oh,
off.
thank you.
This is going to be nice and exciting.
How'd you know
Pardal is
that?
going
Oh
to
my
be a
God.
little bit towards
I
the
can see
back of the
tires
grid
turning.
there.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah,
yellow
right
cars
into me.
in the
I'm
end.
just like, no.
He's pointed directly at you.
17
Yeah,
seconds. Let's see if we
that's
can see
sweet.
where
How
he
do
is.
you
So
guys
that's
normally
going to
do
be
this? Take out me
Pardal
Take
in
me
the
out
12
first.
car,
Yeah.
toward 12th position.
Yeah. My girl's
Okay.
getting hella pictures of this shit.
Alrighty,
countdown
y'all.
Yep.
The countdown
You'll see
is
it.
going.
You see it?
Yeah.
And there you go. The racers are off. Project Purple with a beautiful start. He's going to pull alongside
Ooh,
Chris
let's go
and
4 wide, T1.
Coco.
Let's do this.
Alright. So that sounds like
So he's going to,
I'm
ooh,
backing off.
immediately
I just know this chaos is gonna happen.
get hammered into turn one. That is one hell.
Okay.
Oh my
gosh.
God. Zach catches a little bit of air as we
Somebody
go
completely over
into
me.
turn two. Do we see a little bit more chaos? No, we don't, but we do see a bit large group heading for that chicane. Let's see if they all kind of line each other
I
up.
just let off my throttle. Fuck.
They do
nice
for the
save.
most part. Okay, so we're starting to get a grid forming here.
Yeah, my spars
Couple of
just going
guys
insane.
still
Yeah, mine too.
trying to struggle their way through. We'll see as everyone lines up. Coco falls to the back there with Coco
I
and
mean,
sorry,
I
with
made it through
JT
all that
Pez.
without hitting anything. That's crazy.
All right, and I think we've got our
Nah.
lineup. So let's take a look here. Jake is going to go for the first big move. Picks up 1-2 positions into Taylor's there. And Moonshiner's going to try and get that back along the straight. Let's take a look at the front. Christian Crafton representing the two Chris C's, 1.5 seconds ahead of the group behind him. He fully avoided all the chaos there. He's got
There's gotta be a
Floffles
mod
chasing
for
him
a-
down,
for that
and he gets caught out by the broadcaster's curse. You can see the big grid coming along once
really?
more. Mogo leading it. Ooh, as speed bump goes a little bit wide. Looks like he was tapped out by the man in yellow himself, Pardal. So Pardal taking out leaders to try and advance his positions. Not the worst strategy, but not one that is genuinely loved. I know, we're Team Pardal in the chat. I can't be mean. Pardal, though, seems to have taken a beating in that move, though, so he is going to be clawing his way back up from 17th position. We'll keep our eyes on him to the best we can. Oh, big contact up ahead in Taylor's. That's going to be Christian, C, and Zach.
Because of that.
JT almost nails him. Pardal now in 13th spot, so he picks up 4, and Taylor's alone trying to work his way.
Doing no work, what?
Trying to work his way into the train up ahead.
And we were smooth for a minute.
Duffus and Leslie's there, and now into McIntyre. We got Pardal, ooh, pushing pretty hard, but still manages to keep it clean. Man, I'm watching Pardal slowly catch up to this top 10 group in here. This is looking pretty good. These guys are all fighting. That's giving him the chance. Speed Bump's going to look for it. Ooh, and gets a little bit of a tap move with Project in front of him. Didn't have a lot of space to go. So Pardal gets another spot here now in P12. We're watching his journey a little bit. We did see Floffles is actually taking the lead, or held on to the lead now, 4.2 seconds away from Botnando behind. Boat now trying to make his positions, going now into 4th place. We'll see if Jay, Speed, or Seb, the other 3 in the 57 club, can make their way up in front. Jay seems to have pulled off a pass on Ostrich and does it with some speed as he hangs on. See a little bit of battle going on between Pardal and Speed Bump, though, so Pardal must have found his way through. Ostrich Farmer spins out, putting Pardal in the points. He is now in the top 10. He's got one of the leaders breathing down his neck. We'll see if he can hang on through Taylor. Speed might go for a good line here. He backs off a bit. Pardal gets a little defensive with a late break, so that puts these guys side by side. Pardal with a little bit more acceleration. And Speed slots in for the draft. Let's see Mogo and Exeter going side by side up ahead into Duff's and Leslie's. We'll try and keep the camera up high so we can see what's going on. And a few guys end up side by side through McIntyre's. We have a big shifting of the positions up in front. We got Mogo, Jay. Ooh.
No, I was on the brakes. I'm sorry.
A little bit of a spin there. Mogo goes out wide and off. That's going to put Pardal in P8. He's just picking up these positions here.
Thank you, Mogo.
Oh, it's going to be a little bit hairy, but they both managed to steer clear of each other. Pardal doing a great job defending against Speed Bump. We've got Seb and Jay, it looks like, battling each other out up in front. JT Pez going to look for the opportunity on Speed Bump into Taylor's. He does take a late break, so he might go for the switchback here. Doesn't have the speed to close the door on the outside, so that's going to put one long train together as we keep our eyes on Speed Bump and the Brazilian man in front. Close it is. We've got everybody real close together. We'll turn around for a second here so you can see we've even got JT and Patchy in on the mix. JT trying to find another move in on Speed, not able to. Pardal, though, gets right up in the rear end of both Christians here. The pair of Chris's might be working together with a little bit of bump drafting, so they're going to have to do something to keep up with these guys on the straight. Pardal goes for a late breaking point and manages to find the angle to hold off Speed, but Speed will get the better acceleration into Taylor's. Pardal's going to go for a little bit of an earlier break. Light contact with Speed Bump, but not enough to throw off any of the racers' line. I'm sure that was just a little code brown for each of them. Pardal going to be working to get that back, though. Does see both Christians just side by side. Oh, and one Christian goes a little bit wide. He will go off. The other Chris will be trying to defend the position. First lapping I've seen so far as these guys head past Christian. Flawful's doing a great job holding up in front, by the way. 7 seconds separate him and Bot Lando, and he's got Boat behind him as well. Boat now trying to get closer and closer. Looks like Christian C not able to make something happen there, as Speed Bump going to get the opportunity, I think. And he does into Taylor, so that's going to put Speed Bump now into P6. We'll take a look up front for a moment here, as Boat is definitely going to go for a move on Bot Lando into turns 1 and 2. He's lining them up here. We'll see him pull out of the draft the late second. Ooh, and manages to hammer onto the brakes at the last second, avoid the contact with Bot Lando. Bot Lando with a lot of speed. Almost too much, though, as he goes onto the grass. He tries to close the door, but it's a little too late. That's going to give Boat the opportunity to cut through. And cut through he does. So that's going to be second position there. I think Bot Lando actually lost enough speed that Jay was able to take advantage. And you do see Seb and Speed. So these guys are actually starting to form their grid back up once more. We'll take a look behind. Pardal trying to catch up to these guys right here. You've got Mogo and Patchy. It actually looks like Pardal did catch up, so he's going to be right in the nose of Patchy in front. Fighting from P10 now. He's trying to get back up to his P7 finish. Patchy goes a little wide to close the door, or sorry, cuts to the inside to close the door, but Pardal manages to get his nose in there.
I just let off my fucking throttle.
And we hear some polite conversation about braking strategy going on in the background there. Zach D gonna look for an opportunity as well. Hard to decide which one to focus on. Ooh, Pardal narrowly avoiding the contact with Patchy in front. Patchy taking a little bit more of an aggressive line. Zach does pull off the pass on Chris C on P14. Begins his hunt for P12. Exeter in front of him. We do see Seb now looking for a move on Bot Lando in front. We're going to turn away for a second, as he must have had a spin or something, because he was with Jay before, or he might have been trying to get past Bot Lando. My gut tells me he's a pretty good defender, as most of our racers have been struggling. Oh, and I am struggling to even grab the man. Here, we'll do it the old-fashioned way, as Bot Lando tries to get all the way through. We'll see if he can make something happen into Duffus. Doesn't look it just yet.
Fuck.
And he hangs on, but loses the position to Seb. So clean racing, but he's now got to worry about speed behind him. Boat has now cut the lead from 7 to 5 on Flawfuls in front. 10 minutes remaining, so that's some pretty good pace now. Pardal with a little bit of a spin. Oh, he must have had some sort of an issue there. We now see him sitting P12. He's got to go around Exeter, but the sand is going to slow him down too much. He's going to definitely get the position back from JT Pez right here up into 11th. Can he get back into the points? These guys are fighting it out. 5 seconds separate them and Patchy in front, which is where Pardal was once battling. I do see Speed Bump was able to make the move on Bot Lando. Bot Lando not going to let go of it just yet, though, as I'm sure those guys are neck and neck on the straight. And they were, but it won't be enough to make something happen. You've got JT Pez and Zach all together here. A nice little four-man battle heading into a lap 11. Only a few more to go. Exeter with some strong pace, holding off the pack behind him. Pardal, though, the crowd favorite. Can he squeeze his way through? Trying to keep our eyes there. Zach looking for a move on JT, narrowly avoiding a little bit of contact as both racers go wide. Pulls the third one in, and through goes Hamilton. Zach avoiding all of the contact there. Wow, moves his way into P10. He's got 9 seconds to go up to Patchy in front of him and 8 minutes remaining. If he can keep up the pace that we saw from him earlier, it's certainly possible. So his race is not over yet. Definitely some points left on the table for him to grab. You see Boat now within 3 seconds of Flawfuls ahead. So we are going to have to turn to the lead pack soon. The track is 26 degrees Celsius, so it is the warmest it's been all day. Pardal almost had a move on Chris, but wasn't able to hang on. Christian, I think, went out wide, so that gave Mogo a chance. Might give Patchy a chance here as well. It does as he tries to cut it. And that gives Patchy a clean line through. I see Seb now in danger from speed bump behind. Both racers going to be desperate to make some moves in the next 8 minutes as the leaders in front of them are caught up a little bit in traffic. Side by side, but a 7-second gap between them and the man in front. These guys are going to want to work together a little bit if you ask me. I do see Boat now really starting to get into striking range of Flawfuls ahead. That's going to be only one or two turns. Could even be through the chicane there. So Speed does get the pass on Seb. Nice line through McIntyre. Boat, as expected, pulls through on the chicane. So that's going to give Flawfuls someone to chase for the first time in 13 minutes. So excellent beginning of the race from Flawfuls there. He's, definitely struggling to keep up the pace with the leaders. His best lap is a 58.7. These guys are all running 57s right now, so he'll have to dig deep, but maybe getting someone to draft off of is all he needs to make up that difference there. So we'll see. You can spot Jay now not too far behind him, and Seb and Speed Bump are the ones just rounding the corner, so a little bit of a healthy gap there. Chris C trying to find something on Exeter. Looks like there was another switch up in the back here. We'll see maybe Pardal trying to make something happen once more to 11th spot. Seems like whenever we leave him, he starts to spin out a little bit. So we're going to have to start sticking with him a little more. 6 minutes remaining as Jay now looks to take the position from Flawfuls. Pardal moves into P12, or sorry, keeps P12. I think he's just going through lap traffic. Jay, though, is going to go for a real pass on someone on his current lap. We'll see if he can make it happen here. He's getting real close.
I think that turn we just went
Going to be a late dive in from Jay into Taylor's. Will that be enough to hang on? Flawfuls is going to be within the drafting range. But I think he's not going to be able to get close enough to make something happen. Jay now lining up that inside. He knows what's coming, so he doesn't want to get out braked here into Duffus.
What, Sector 2?
He hangs on brilliantly. 3.5 seconds to make up to Boat ahead of him. Going to be a little bit harder now, but we turn our attention to the man in yellow, the Brazilian, looking for a move on JT Pez to pull into P11 as he swings through Taylor. It seems the crowd is slowly turning on him, but he is making headway. He's now side by side heading towards turn 1 with JT. Who's going to get the later line? Pardal goes later. Does it pay off? Seems to so far. It'll come down to McIntyre. JT pulling hard on the brakes to avoid the contact. And that will keep Pardal in front for the moment. He does have the hazardous bumper, so it is a warning to JT to proceed at his own risk as he tries to go for passing maneuvers. Pardal defending well, though. Botlando and Mogo seems to have a little bit of side-by-side action of their own forming. We're going to turn over to that for just a second here. See, Botlando got the move off. We'll see if Mogo can get it back at the end of this section. It'll have to be a cleaner line through the chicane or the draft into Taylor's. That's really the only opportunities that he's got outside of that first straight.
Lobby.
A couple people getting close there is Seb now moving up to speed bump in front. Again, those guys really want to consider the possibility of working together on the straights here as things are getting a little rough. Pardal, though, gets passed by JT Pez as he has a little bit of a spin. Dangerous re-entry and almost takes out Exeter. JT Pez must have also been involved in the crash. That brings up a huge grouping together here, all in the battle for P11. So we've got Exeter, Pardal, Pez, and Purple all fighting together in a nice, neat little battle here for P11. I see Mogo is going to be trying to make something happen on Botlando in front. He'll be taking that Taylor's advice. Oh, no, the back straight advice. Pardal and Exeter, the two men in yellow. Pardal keeps getting a little close to Exeter, trying to push him to that outside, make him leave the space. Exeter going to get a deeper dive, so he'll have some more acceleration, but he has a little bit of traffic only for a second as Chrissy not able to hang on. Exeter going to move up on Pardal now, so he'll have to take a chance, which he does for the inside into Duffus. Is it enough? Both take pretty late braking points. We're going to see them get real close together here. Pardal gets pushed a little wide, but they manage to leave each other just enough space. Some light contact early on gives Exeter the heebie-jeebies, so he pulls back and lets the Brazilian take P11. JT Pez rides that curb to take advantage of Exeter's caution and takes P12 as well. He's looking for a through goes Hamilton here, but doesn't find it. Oh, he does. A small trip into the gravel gets Pardal back into his P13 spot. Project Purple going to look for a pass into Tellers as well. Ooh, and a big spin there is going to give Pardal the chance. He takes advantage of it. Few racers caught up in that, puts him right back into P11.
Oh man, there's tons of traffic.
2 minutes left. There's a lot of traffic on the straight, it looks like. That's actually going to be the main grid behind him, so you can see Boat now as well. This is going to affect the times a little bit, I think, as we'll see some drafting opportunities. Christian Crafton's got someone literally alongside him. I don't know exactly who that is. Tons of blue flags going up all along the live timings board. Boat looking for a move through JT, and he takes it.
What are you doing?
My bad. My bad. My wheel was turned a little more than I intended.
A little bit of a scary moment. It sounds like we didn't catch anything crazy there. Project and Moonshiner with a little bit of contact. But Moonshiner manages to push through, and he's neck and neck with JT. We'll see if he tries to make something happen here as well, as he Floffles is in the mix still, looking for a pass on Seb as the grid all comes together. Moonshiner manages to stay in front, trying to see where Floffles is. I think he's a part of that group behind, now turning on to the straight through Taylors. But JT Pez definitely going to use the draft to try and take a move. He's going to the outside, not something we see too often, but it might have been a fake out as he pulls the line through Leslie's. Getting past my bedtime there.
Let's lap one more.
It's going to be a little bit tight. Let's see where Boat goes. 45 seconds left. There's definitely going to be one more as we see Boat and Pardal battling it out. Pardal giving him the space to pass through. It acknowledges the blue flag and lets him go.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, there'll be another one.
Boat is on fire. He's been running 58s, 57s. He's coming around, so there's definitely going to be one more lap to go. Pardal getting chased in. Moonshiner. Oh, and they close the door on Project as well. Jay gets held up a little bit in that, but Project manages to move through all the way into P12. Pardal's going to be locking in a safe P11. But Project and Jay are going to have a little bit of fun now into these first couple turns of the final lap. Project recognizing it's not his battle, he's going to pull off just a little bit. Floffles looking to get back within range of Seb in speed, but I don't think he's going to get that chance just yet. You can see one long train of Miatas all lined up behind Jay at the moment, if we're looking wide. These guys are doing a fantastic job. I do see Boat getting ready to round the final corner there. So we'll cut over to it as I don't see too many more opportunities coming along. And he crosses the line. A beautiful victory there. We do see a couple more. Coco finishing now. Pardal locking in his P11. Here come the battles down the straight. So Moon, Speed Bump have a little bit of a close one there, despite not being directly alongside each other. We'll see if maybe we can get some side-by-side action from one of these later guys as well. Chris, Lando, and Exeter making their way towards the line. We've got Patchy, Christian, and a small gap there as we work our way around to the final racer.
Scared me.
Zach Dickinson. He will be our final racer of the evening and our final racer in the points, locking down a P10 victory. the only one I believe not lapped out of those guys there. So, sorry, out of the well, the last one to not be lapped, I guess, would be really his positioning there as Boat crosses the line and completes his victory lap.
GG, boys. Sorry about the lag race
Someone
one.
likes to battle
That's
with
going to be the end of a beautiful open event.
Yeah, man. Good race.
Got the season starting up next week, so